Hey everybody, I am waiting for Bob and Smitty to come in today. So I apologize that we're running a little bit earlier and a little bit later than I wanted to actually start. So I apologize in advance. But I hope everybody is doing well. JC will not be with us tonight on the Nerd Dungeons Kliq Talk. JC has some schoolwork he has to get done, so he will not be here tonight. But he said he will be back in, I think, a week or two. So shout out to him getting schoolwork, and I'll be talking to him probably later tonight. So a lot of people have asked me and have been wondering what are my thoughts about Survivor Series, and this morning into this afternoon probably was some of the most heated discussion about Survivor Series I've ever had. And it was mostly me and JC going back and forth. I will basically discuss it now before I have everybody get mad at me. It was not a hate-filled discussion, but basically, sorry, let me just let the guys know. So basically, JC was telling me that he thought it was a decent show, and I know. Shout out to Liz, Smitty's girlfriend. She was there at the show, and she raved about how good it was. The fans were into the matches and whatnot. I just was not feeling the show. It felt like a lot of things were phoned in. Several of the big wrestling outlets, I agreed with everything they said because I felt the same way. I didn't like the show at all. Several of the matches the outcome had nothing for me to desire. There was no like, hey, I'm gonna see, something happen. I didn't really care. It was like, oh, brand supremacy. Who cares? Raw always won. Raw's been winning the last 2 years. You had a good opener, with a couple of things. But let me get Smitty in the stream. Hey, Smitty.
Going on?
Do you hear me?
Yeah. What's going on?
Hey. Nothing much, brother. How you doing? How's Florida?
Florida's great.
It's vacation time for you. So happy early Turkey Day to you. Because I know I'll be wishing it to you on Thanksgiving, but I know that you're going to be spending time with your family. So I just wanted to make sure you hear from your boy Dre.
Thanks. I hope you guys have a great holiday as well.
We will. I'll be cooking at my mother-in-law's. I'm going to be going there. She's making a ham. I'm making mashed potatoes and some sauteed veg. She's doing like a 3-bean salad, and she's getting pumpkin pie. So win. Your boy's your boy lost 40 pounds.
A bit of a different background than I and this camera's messing with me now because it's like opposite of the way it is at home for some reason. It's like it's the same laptop. I'm like, what the? Anyway, yeah, I've got loons instead of.
I miss your Mandalorian poster at the back.
But
yeah. I know it's so weird, Bob said he's about to join us. So
hey, Nadia.
I did talk a little bit about the talk today. Hey, Nadia, how are you doing? I did talk a little bit about JC and I's debate this morning amongst our group chat about the pay-per-view.
That mile-long thing. Yeah.
I mean, first off, I was driving to take Lana to school. So I was reading it at stoplights. And then I had a chance to sit at her school when she got out the car. And I started reading the list and reading everything he said. And then Bob's like, I fell asleep. Hey, happy early birthday to you. Yeah, Nadia says it's her birthday on Wednesday.
Ooh, nice.
To our number one Canadian fan, folks. Happy early birthday. But yeah, JC and I definitely had a little bit of debate going back and forth about the show. I don't want to say I took offense when he said you're a wrestling fan, because I didn't think it was meant in an offensive way.
he said you weren't approaching it from a fan's perspective. You were. He said you were
Exactly. He's like,
automatically going
you're not an
critic.
entertainment.
You were automatically going
Well,
critic
then when I
versus.
being a fan, you're right. And a part of me, like later on throughout the day, like I re-looked at the messages and I was like, I am a wrestling fan. Like I am a diehard wrestling fan.
I don't think any of us, any of us would disagree with that. However, you definitely have a strong favoritism at the moment for AEW over WWE. And you have to admit that.
I do. A part of me doesn't want to agree with you.
You know me. I'm gonna. Yeah. This is
you
how
call
we
it like
are,
it is.
especially
you
you
like
and me.
It is.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You know,
I'm not pulling any
punches.
I don't pull any punches with you.
No, and I want you to be honest. You know, and you're calling it like it is. So yes, very true. I do have a tendency to be a fan more of AEW than I am of WWE, but I'm willing to give WWE its due when it comes to their pay-per-views, especially the big four. You know, Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. I've been to a Survivor Series, I've been to a SummerSlam, I've been to a Mania, and I've been to a Rumble. As I've bucket list all four of those off of my life list. Now, the problem I have with it was this brand supremacy BS that they keep telling us. What's the point? I mean, it didn't. Oh God, he's and here's Bob. So you're the one that did it. So you flew up to New York and stole Vince's egg.
I did. I was hungry, so I figured I'd go and get me some scrambled eggs this morning. I scrambled
Was it a good omelet?
No, in true New York fashion, I turned that sumbitch into a sausage, egg, and cheese on a roll.
Nice, on a biscuit with salt, pepper, ketchup. Salt, pepper, ketchup. That's what you had to have on it. Look at that. That's how you know, folks. That's another New Yorker right up there.
I'm feeling festive right now too.
Why'd you make Bob and I smile?
Is that the? Oh no, because I wanted to see. I didn't. I was just testing out different views. What is that?
Is that gingerbread Mountain Dew?
Yep.
Damn.
Hey, babe. There's gingerbread Mountain Dew. Bob's drinking it. How is it? I'm curious.
It legit tastes like a friggin' gingerbread cookie. Like a good one. Not a bad one.
Gingerbread cookie.
I mean, I like gingerbread, but that just sounds disgusting.
I know you like Mountain Dew. I would, if I find it can't, I'll get it for you to try.
That's saying a lot because I love the watermelon one.
I have not. I didn't like any of the newer flavors. I tried that pineapple one that was supposed to be like pineapple soda. Ooh, yuck. Yuck.
You're on mute, Bob.
Sorry. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, no, watermelon was good.
It's okay.
The voodoo is pretty good. But this one tastes the cake right now.
All right.
I might have.
And I want to thank you for earlier.
I may have to try it.
What?
I mean, I know I won't drink that. Like I like gingerbread cookies. I don't think I would like a liquid gingerbread, but I did have the Starbucks iced sugar cookie almond milk latte last night, and that was actually really good.
Just buy one, give it a shot.
Coffee, which I like. So
buy one, give it a shot.
If I can find a can, I will try it, and the wife will try it.
I would ship you one, but by the time you got there, you wouldn't like it.
Exactly. You hear that, baby? Bob said he'll send us one from Atlanta. It'll be like a couple days.
It'll be dented and.
But it's a postal service. We know what to expect.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So I was mentioning a little bit about what was going on with our group chat today. I'm not going to delve too heavily into it. I just was kind of mentioning it to the fans.
Delve into it
because they do know that we talk every day, and that we were. I mentioned.
Honestly, I think we were having a good conversation that we can delve into. Because I think we were getting somewhere, and then we just stopped talking. I got busy at work, and Smitty was probably busy doing whatever he's doing.
I was shopping and then went to dinner with my parents today, so I've had a really good day.
Yeah, I had a really crap day. I had to go back to work.
Yeah, 2 more weeks than I have that day.
Internet.
It's fine because I'm already planning my my return trip back up there. So
well, she can get off. She can do it offline.
You looked like you had a really good time. That looked like a really great area.
See, Crimson Geek is smart. He tried the gingerbread Mountain Dew and he liked it. So we got 2. No, it was fun. I had I said in my video I had a nice balance of doing stuff and then relaxing. So it definitely helped. The weather was fine up until the last 2 days there. I woke up to ice on my windshield. So at that point I knew I was ready to go home. But now I'm hoping I'm shooting
sorry about
for. Now you're fine. I'm shooting for hopefully June or July. I'll go back up there.
Nice.
That way I can take advantage of the tubing and more of the outdoor stuff.
No, where he was on vacation last week.
Pigeon Forge.
Oh, Tennessee.
Yep.
Pigeon Forge. Yeah, the wife said that place is beautiful.
That's on Smitty, and I mean you can probably tell by the pictures I was having some fun. There's a lot more fun to be had. That's why I'm going back up.
Nice.
A lot of restaurants I want to try. Hopefully I can stay on track and get everything situated to where I want it to where I want it. That way we can have more fun. And this time maybe vlogging.
Say hi.
Probably not.
Wave hi, boo. Yeah, she's in a bad mood. I apologize. Mommy went upstairs for a second, so she got a little sad.
Boy. The KFC Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
I tried that one. I'm not really a big peach guy. That's why I didn't like it. But
you say hi to the guys.
But I mean, pretty much Mountain Dew and usually whatever they put out, I will definitely give them the benefit of the doubt. This one scared me because, like Dre said, it's gingerbread. Yes, the Orange Live Wire was my favorite one.
But and
so no, go ahead, Smitty. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Both of you go ahead.
I was going to say, based on what Liz was telling me today and what she was texting me last night, I mean, the crowd at Survivor Series was jam. I mean, they were big interacting, and you were getting big pops on entrances and stuff. So from a crowd, and if you were at the event, it was a really good show from a crowd interaction perspective that way.
I agree, and I read it on your Facebook too. Yeah, but when Bob tells me that he falls asleep and that you were like, it's like a long commercial.
Well, I had issues with the whole with obviously Bob did too with the whole egg thing and the movie connection, and then the Pizza Hut stuff in the middle of the match.
The pizzas. I love what Wrestle Talk said. The British guys at Wrestle Talk are hilarious. They were like, if somebody threw hot pizza into the crowd and I got smacked in the face with it and I pay $70 for a ticket, I'd be pissed. And I thought about that. I was like, yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. You know,
I would have been
so
catching that pizza and I would have been
things
eating
that
it.
I would not. Would you call the pizza? No, no. Say no, no, no. No, 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 no.
Nay, nay, I say.
That's one of our new things. I love it. Nay,
But
nay.
I mean, so that part of it, for me, I was like, really, you guys could do better. I had also texted after basically going into the final match. I was like, oh, gee, are we going to get a, I mean, basically I was alluding to, gee, I see a trend here. Raw win, Raw win, Raw win, Raw win. I'm like, are we going to see a clean sweep tonight?
No, hell no.
Oh,
No, Roman, because Roman was at the head of the show. We knew Biggie came out. Big props to his All Might gear because he repped All Might, and I love that because it looked
actually,
amazing.
it was Seinfeld. Actually, it was Seinfeld.
I know, yeah, because I read Spongeworthy. I read the things on it, but the color scheme was All Might. So, I mean,
Superman because of Seinfeld.
All right, so why would it be yellow though? Superman has like
Superman
only yellow is the S.
Thank you.
You know he's not my favorite superhero, so
I understand this, but you have to get the relate. It wasn't an All Might relate. It was a Superman relate.
Okay, for me it was All Might. I knew once I saw Spongeworthy on it, it was from Seinfeld. So I wasn't. There was no illusion for me of like, huh? No, I totally knew that.
I'm going to cram this circle peg in this square.
Exactly. Hello. She's trying to like do the live and watch Elmo.
Just watch Elmo.
You want to watch Elmo, but you're upset. You don't want to watch Elmo. You got the bubbles. Yes. So, like we were talking about in the chat, I felt like the show felt dialed in. I definitely felt like it was dialed in. I mean, it was 100%. You know, Rock wasn't even there for a tribute show for him. Little weird. Why The Rock wouldn't be there for his own damn tribute show in Barclays? That would be a big time spot. Like you could have had him come back at the end. No, you didn't think The Rock should have came back? I agree with you because he has a better career as Black Adam. So I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, unless they start stretching out the whole Rock tribute thing, I mean, you might be able to get away with it. But, some fans like, me may get old, get a little tired of it quick. Since he's, if he's not there, it's like, okay, yeah, he keeps showing me clips of him and stuff I've already seen. But and I get that, his shooting schedule may have changed and therefore he wasn't able to attend when it was originally.
The Rock did a video I heard to enshrine Ken Shamrock in the Impact Hall of Fame. He'd have done a video at least or something.
True. That is a good point.
We all know The Rock loves the little caption live on satellite. But obviously from what I watched, which wasn't much, I watched Kevin Owens walk out, which is lame. The ending to the Charlotte and Becky match was lame. I'm glad Becky won because I don't like Charlotte. I feel like the Damian Priest match.
And I didn't see that one because I logged in at 8 when it was supposedly starting.
Well, you should know it was always an hour before.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, that match
I was also
good.
a little busy, so I was like,
that match was good. Good back and forth. I just think that match should have been on the actual card, and they could have done that stupid.
Oh, the Damian Priest Nakamura.
Yeah, that
That
match should have been on the
100%
main
should have
card,
been on the card.
and that stupid 25-man Pizza Hut commercial should have been on the pre-show, in my opinion.
Pre-show. Yep.
And JC is not here tonight. He defended Omos winning. I'm okay with it because it's a throwaway battle royal that really meant nothing. But dude, for a big guy, he has this much charisma.
yep.
You know, I look back at Yokozuna. He didn't really have much personality either, but you know, but he was billed to not have a personality, but he also had a mouthpiece with him that him and Cornette. You know, they both tag teamed him. That sounded weird when I said it, but you know what I mean. Then you had, but you know, real big guys that have personality. You got the Big Show, Kevin Nash, obviously Taker,
Undertaker,
Kane. You know,
Psycho
to
Sid.
be a big guy is one thing. You go into a battle royal like that, you expect them to win, which is fine. But again, you know, if you're going to push Omos, let him be Omos. Don't let him be, you know, the puppet to AJ Styles. Let him build his own personality. But in all those big guys they had last night, none of them really had.
I mean, the three big guys that they actually had in the ring. Yeah, I would agree with you totally on that, Robert. None of them are standalone, can stand alone and have the pipe or the personality or the mic skills to stand alone right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, none of them could. Between Omos and all of them, no.
Yeah, you know, picking a different winner for me. Obviously, when it came down to Ricochet and Omos, I was kind of hoping we get some lightning in a bottle, and you know, he won. But someone like Otis could have won. Someone like Cesaro could have won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone like that.
Yeah.
That, you know, just give him a statement win, not even like a push, but like, you know, I mean, Otis, they're kind of playing around with pushing him a little bit more. I would love to see him get pushed and have him go toe to toe with Big E at some point.
Yeah, but he's got at least half a personality.
He does.
You know, I mean, they can flush it out a little more, but I mean, he's done skits and stuff and bits and stuff that were funny and good.
It all boils down to, you know, the main difference between this era and different eras is writing, and you can't have, you know, this 50-50 booking and this, you know, we're just gonna, you know, not really put, you know, it seems like right now a C+ student is running the show and writing it. Sometimes you get lucky, you get a B+ or an A, but most times you get in C's and D's, and it's, you know, that's not how you run a company.
It seems like whoever's running can't put a complete card together.
No one's running. That's the problem.
I mean, and like I said, I mean, I will agree with JC. There were a couple very good matches, and like you said, I mean, the Becky Charlotte match for what it was a good match up until the ending. Yeah. And we've said this coming out of the last pay-per-view. The surprise roll-up is getting a little overused.
Well, according to Simon Miller over at What Culture, I think 120 surprise roll-ups this year. It's not a surprise when you do it 120 times.
Thank you.
You know, that's just like, you know, sky is blue. it's like predicting the weather in Florida. It's going to be sunny. Surprise roll up, baby. But I just, I mean, there were parts of it last night that I watched that I enjoyed, but I think, the fact that they turned the women's Survivor Series match into the Bianca Belair show, and then had a
that was terrible. That was, I mean, they could have done so much better at highlighting all of those girls. Honestly,
but my whole thing with Survivor Series, it shouldn't be about brand supremacy, because it's the same shit every year. Raw's gonna win, so just go back to the way it used to be. Face has an issue with the heel. You get 3 other faces, 3 other heels, and you go at it. You can build better matches that way because you can hype them up each week. There was no build for this. It was just a rush job.
oh yeah,
It was just duct tape and JB Weld on a pay-per-view. And you strung us along with the whole Rock thing. That didn't pay off. If it doesn't pay off tonight, useless.
Now,
The egg.
now you will love this one. I thought of this last night as I was going to bed, going, all right, I know this one's going to get a lot of talk tomorrow, but I was just like, with Roman winning last night, I was like, huh, what if Rock came back and claimed the head of the table from him?
I've been hoping for that ever since they
I
started.
know that, Robert. But I was thinking it last night, like, this could get set up really well that way, especially if they start stretching the whole 25-year thing, out,
Well,
making it a bigger event, not just the one show.
I mean, quite honestly, the way I would start this, have the egg thing roll through tonight. Then on SmackDown on Friday night, you have the Usos claim they stole it. And The Rock come out and confront all 3 of them. But it ain't gonna happen. But that's what I would do.
That's one way to do it. Yeah, definitely.
Now my question is, have you seen the movie yet?
Yes, it's actually not bad.
I enjoyed it.
It had some funny parts and
The
decent action.
The curveball at the end threw me.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it to be a little bit different, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say it's a no-brainer, but it's a you have to pay attention just because of some of the action and some of the back and forth.
Yeah,
but it's a nice light, entertaining movie.
Well, I mean, it's The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. It's really just like T-ball.
Beauty and the Beast.
At that point, who's the beast on that one? Sure as hell ain't Gal.
But
I don't know who.
And I will look. I mean, we mess about. And we've said it on here before how much Roman had improved over the last 2 years and stuff. I mean, that match, both Biggie and Roman did a good job, with that. Like again, up until the ending.
And honestly, that's the problem that they've had for the last year or two is they didn't start off great and get you right up there at the top, and then the ride gets shut down, and you gotta be taking off via ladder.
Yeah, sorry, my internet's acting up.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, this is what at least the 5th big match that we've said. This match was great until.
Yeah. pretty much we've had 11 pay-per-views. Yeah, at least 11 or 12, if not more.
But you know, and and I said, I don't want this to become a whole, let's bash WWE, let's
Well,
bash the pay-per-view, because
well,
like I said,
no.
I know people that were there. They said that from a crowd perspective and from being there in person, it was a really good show. I mean, and
Well,
yes,
yeah.
for us, I mean, we've pointed out a lot of the things that we wish they could have done better.
I mean, for me, with the men's, I enjoyed. It's kind of funny when Owens walked out. He's like, "I'm gonna start the match. I'm gonna start the match." And he's just like, "I'm leaving." It's a dick move, but that's the
I thought that was like
train right now.
But he also his contract's up in February.
That's not
or January of next year.
No, December.
So like he doesn't give a shit. It's like he knows he's AEW bound. So
well,
that's
my thing is with
to
the
be
way
very honest,
both
it's
those
like
teams
it sucks
were.
that that's how he was.
Well, I mean, I said it earlier with the women's. The men's is no better. They need to get rid of the brand supremacy. They could have had like a Team Rollins versus a Team Owens. They could have had that's where I guess the faction warfare came into play, is because you had a lot of, even in NXT when they did the Survivor Series, it was Undisputed Era versus whoever. It was if you have these teams and these factions, they can play off of one another. They could have had a New Day versus the Bloodline. You grab two other people and you do a 4-on-4.
I mean, my thing with that was, all right, at that point you're 5-4, and then all of a sudden you're down to Hardy going 2-on-1.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm like, with those guys, like I said, they wasted opportunity. That's another one where I felt they wasted big opportunity. I mean, and let's face it. All right, we all know Seth's, one of the golden child, currently. And, it should have been no surprise that Becky, Seth, and Roman all won. I mean, with who you had in there, you can't push. I mean, you're in the middle of a woods push. You could, that this was a great opportunity to build on that. Baylor, you couldn't build on that instead of having, Rollins win, you could have had Baylor win, and that would have been huge. I mean, from a fan perspective, it would have been.
But from
Vince's perspective, I know.
But the way the company likes to play things is they play the long ball. They could have had it a different way. And I was actually watching a video earlier this week where they talked about this. What if Drew McIntyre was down what if it was like 4-1 SmackDown and Drew went through Raw? Proved to be a big badass and won. Later on, he goes to WrestleMania. He goes in against Roman and Brock. Comes out victorious. You could have started that right there at Survivor Series. This man took out most of Raw's roster, and then you continue that push to get him back into the title picture, and have him take on two guys he's fought before in Roman and Brock. Or you go the other way and have Bobby Lashley go and steamroll through SmackDown. But they played it wrong because you had Bobby and Drew on the outside fighting, and they get counted out. That's stupid.
Yep. No. I mean, both of those ideas are great ideas on how do you keep, how do you keep the superstars and give the guys that need the push or deserve it,
Yeah.
and that would if you could get a long build up on something that you could see coming and get the hype building on it.
Because my whole opinion is,
but that comes down to what I said earlier.
Yeah, I mean, and
Sorry to
like I
interrupt,
said,
but you heard what I said
and
earlier.
like,
you heard what I said earlier. A writer, you can't blame an actor for a bad script.
no.
And with the writing
Right.
currently at the state WWE has it, the wrestlers can be the most talented wrestlers you're going to have on the planet. Most of them are. But the question is, if I have shitty writers, who cares how talented you are?
See, the problem with everything now is they're writing week to week. They're writing, okay,
Well,
this Monday,
and you're
Seth
allowing
is gonna
certain
win. You know,
and you're
Seth's
allowing
win, Kevin
certain
Owens gonna
ones to
win.
make their own booking, so the outcome is predetermined because they've created their own booking.
Yeah.
Where so you've got two standards going too.
I don't know. Something has to change because I know I know we say it week after week, AEW's catching up in this arms race, so to speak, for ratings and for money and for WWE is light years ahead of them, but it's a tortoise and the hare. Who's right now Vince is playing the role of the hare. The tortoise will catch up at some point. And
look at the booking though. Like we all agreed that Full Gear was a 2-year culmination for Adam Page winning the belt.
Exactly.
Like that was solid writing.
That's where that's where a good long play comes in handy.
Coming out of he lost.
I mean, it's easy to sit here and say, okay, we're going into there's no pay-per-view in December. They have that day one bullcrap in January, then the Rumble shortly after that. They should start planting the seeds now for so-and-so on the men's side, so-and-so on the women's side. If they played their cards right, you could throw. If you start pushing them now, you can throw Xavier Woods into that mix to possibly win the Rumble. You can throw Liv Morgan into that mix to win the Rumble. You could throw, if they want to push Austin Theory, push him a little bit more. You get, you set up your tent pole. Okay, who's going to win the Rumble? Let's start getting him over now. That way, when they win in January, you're like, oh shit, But if you're doing 50-50 booking for the whole time, no one knows who's going to win. Or when that person wins, you're like, oh my god, I buy that. I just hope it's not Omos.
And I know they got to trick dirt sheets and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
But I mean, my takeaway is that they took a poop on the King of the Ring, the Queen of the Ring, the girl who is supposed to be taking on Becky Lynch first for Bianca Belair, who's already over. You let someone who's already over win. If Liv had won that match for Raw, that would have been huge for her, pushing her more towards having her beat Becky at some point. You give a little credence that, okay, she was a sole survivor for the Raw team. Now she's going up against Becky, who barely beat Charlotte. Lend some credence if they give her the belt.
And they've used that before. That's been an angle.
That should always be the angle. If you're going to take angles,
we've had that be the angle before, and it's worked.
Exactly. On the right character,
it's always a claim to fame.
You gotta have that at some point. It's like why should I care about Xavier Woods if he didn't win King of the Ring? Why should I care about him?
Other than we all have said it 50 times before that he's an
He deserves it.
underutilized,
Exactly.
really good wrestler
Yeah, but
who has
without getting
great
in the
mic
ring,
skills and great PR skills. And
but again, I said in the chat earlier that most of WWE booking is 90% hype, 10% talent. So your 90% hype is Roman. The guys that are on the top right now, it's all hype. They do have some talent, but it's all hype. But you guys like Cesaro, Xavier Woods, guys like that, Kevin Owens, it's all talent, but not a lot of hype. If you flip that a little bit, you get that more proportion, you can build something. You can't have all hype because the hype dies down.
true.
Hell yeah.
At some point, Roman has to lose. He can't just go on and be champion forever.
All right.
Well, he beat CM Punk in days. He's 484 days.
Thank God.
Longest reigning in the modern era. Officially now, he is the longest reigning in the modern era.
I was gonna say at the point they're going, they might just be going for Bruno. 7-year reign.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one. I'm not.
I'm sure JC would be happy. He's the longest champion ever. Yeah, just no one else. Yeah. But
all right.
Well, I will mention this. There was one thing I want to mention. Because I just saw it before we jumped online. Omega officially has been pulled from the AAA event in December on the 23rd. He is, because of the injuries and the surgeries that he's been getting, that AEW and AAA has stripped him of the belt, and now it's El Hijo de Viqueño, the son of Viking. He is going to be in a fatal 5-way match to determine who is the new AAA Mega Champion. So
Right, who else
he
is in that
posted a
match?
great video. Nobody, they're not posting anybody yet. They're waiting till after the holiday.
But
right now, he's the number one contender.
I like that. Is cool. That is a cool. All right, I understand the whole. You got to strip them. You got to get a guy that's going to be able to defend. So stripping them. I'm all right with that. Even though I know there are a ton of Omega fans. And yes, he is still a incredible wrestler, but he's got to get himself healthy. Stripping him, the 5-way is what I like that idea, because I mean that has so much cool potentials. I mean, that could be such a huge, just brutal, long, Iron Man of a match. That
I don't know.
I mean, it could. I mean, or you could.
If it was WWE booking, it'd be a 5-minute squash match with a surprise roll up.
And I'm tired. And look. You've heard this out of me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired of the hard bash, but I'm like I said, and this is what I'm saying. I mean, that idea of a fatal 5-way for the championship, that's very cool to me.
Out of each other. The more, honestly, 5-way, 6-way, 10-way.
Plus you're giving the guy more than just 2 guys the shot at it. Yeah. Who do you have that's really worthy of or deserves the chance? And then, even after
if you look at
that, now
AAA,
you've got 4 guys you can put into a rotation that are trying to earn the right to go after it, whoever wins it. I mean, that's
how you build
and
programs.
with AAA right now, I was gonna say that I think that with AAA right now, they're looking at if you look at their champions or the people that are contending for titles, you have El Hijo de Viqueño. He's like the number one good guy. Like he's a face. And then they have I think it's the Laredo Kid. I don't even know. Like I don't want to put in my ideas. I think they're gonna put in what's his face? Psycho Clown, because he is like a top baby face over there. And even though he's very into hardcore, he'd be another one I'd see going for the belt. Tejano Jr. He's another one I could see going for that.
I mean, shouldn't Andrade be in that?
I doubt
mix?
Penta. Andrade might be. I don't know what his schedule looks like because they haven't. Because he's tied up in that Cody feud with AEW. So
yeah, but you just had him and Omega fight for the AAA belt. Not too long. What? 2 months ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah, he came out on AAA with Ric Flair, but like 2 months ago.
So and he was fighting Omega for the belt in that one. So within a month and a half, 2 months, he's out of contention. I'm saying
that they haven't.
No, I know you said they haven't named anybody other than the one guy. So I was just, but all
right. People have said Vince's egg is all elite.
It probably is.
Oh.
Adam Cole isn't walk out on Dynamite.
That would be funny.
Speaking of Adam Cole, if anyone watches this on the replay, he is doing V-shouts now. I may or may not have ordered one. I did.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, he's doing a V-shout. Moxley's on there, but I guess he's doing them from rehab. I don't know. But no, him, Britt Baker, Ruby Soho is on there now. I think Sting's still on there. I think Mark Henry's doing them, and
all right. And I've is that a V shout through?
V shout is through Zobi.
Okay.
With V shout, you get a video of whoever is signing your autograph, and then you get the autograph.
All right. I will say this. I mean, because I've seen good ones and I've seen terrible ones.
First of all, it's Adam Cole. I don't give two craps what he says to me.
But I will say this, and you guys will appreciate this because of who it is. But before Liz's mom passed, one of her wrestling groups had gotten her a cameo from Christian.
Oh, God.
And I will say this. He did his was spot on and excellent.
Yeah, I was going to say, because with my V-shouts, I got both guys from Clerks. The guy who played Dante, the guy who played Randall, Christopher Lloyd, the guy at Martin Cove. I think that was it.
I mean, but yeah, I mean,
but Martin Cove sucked. Sorry, Martin.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen guys that are just
Lloyd,
like,
you sucked.
Hey, so and so, I'm signing your pop, and that was literally it. Yeah. And I'm like, what? I'm paying. You're paying all that money for that 5 seconds?
But
I mean, that's why I was like, when I was saying Christian's cameo. I mean, he was like,
yeah.
I mean, it was nice. It was a good one.
I mean, do I regret getting the autograph? No. From like Martin Cove and Christopher Lloyd. Fuck no. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, and I'm a huge Cobra Kai / Karate Kid fan. Would it have been nicer if they had taken a little bit more time and taught more? Yeah, but with Cameo, yeah, you're paying for a video, and that's all you're getting. So you hope it's good. With
and I've seen some messed up ones because Liz's best friend got her husband one for his birthday by the guy that did the Green Ranger.
Jason David Frank.
Huh?
Yeah. Jason David Frank.
I think so.
Yep, JDF.
And literally all he was doing was plugging his next project throughout the whole Cameo.
Yeah, I mean, Cameo I wouldn't do only because it's just a video. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to sit down and watch my Cameo every day. But the autographs, yeah, they're on my wall. You've seen them.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying that. I mean, when that group got it for Liz, it meant a lot to her because she was having a rough time at the time. And like I said, the way that he had done it, it was really well done by him.
Even I mean, I've seen a couple of samples from like Sting and also John Moxley. If I were to delve more into the wrestling side of autographs, I would get them in a heartbeat.
I mean, I've got Liz has got that one Sting Luger 2-pack signed by Sting. I've got the NWO Sting signed by him.
Yeah. See, the problem with wrestling is just so many. Yeah, so many I want.
So this is the official advertisement. They moved the pay-per-view event to December 4th. It was going to be the end of the month. They said, "Quién debe ser el retador?" Who's going to be the winner or loser in this match? And I like that he's already the main eventer, and it's a fatal 5-way, and it's going to be the headline match at the show. So,
of course, that
awesome
should be
job.
the headline match of the show.
You'd be surprised a lot of the times that these that they'll put their main event matches like in the middle of the card, and they'll have like other like they'll have sub main events, sort of like WWE used to do, where we'd have like 3 main events on the show. They do that a lot in Triple Mania, and if you guys that are afraid of watching it, not you guys, but if anybody in the chat has a fear of like watching something in Spanish, the gentleman that does announcing is English speaking, fluent. He used to work for WWE. He actually does commentary in both English and in Spanish, but you have to watch it mostly in Spanish. But he does break into English when like American wrestlers or Japanese wrestlers come in. He'll speak in English, and I think his cohort doesn't speak a lick of English, so that's what I've noticed. So if you're interested, those are things you could look at. And that's on December 4th, which I think is a Saturday.
Yes. Saturday.
So
because I fly home on the 6th.
I did want to I wanted us to discuss I was gonna say we could discuss the Wheel of Time, but I know JC, I would rather the 4 of us be in the chat so we could all talk about it, because it definitely is damn sure freaking awesome. I saw all 3 episodes like on Sunday afternoon, and I loved it. So, but I would rather be here for JC to talk about it so we can all talk about it. If you guys are cool with it.
Because I started watching it and I stopped. I was talking to a friend on the phone. I didn't want to.
It's damn good. It is.
It looked pretty good. I just watching TV and talking on the phone. I just can't do it. it's not fair to the TV show more than my friend, but so who hasn't seen Ghostbusters yet? Damn you! Go
I have
watch it.
not. I was supposed to see it on the
Both
weekend.
of you go watch it. Both no. Log off now. Go find a 9 o'clock showing, 10 o'clock showing, and go watch it right now. That's all I'll say.
I wish. I would love to. I would love to. I have to wait. I may go see it this weekend. I don't know. I will wait and see time wise. I got 2 kids and a wife, dude. It's not easy I got to schedule around them.
Well, throw the little one in a backpack. You only pay for the wife and your. Yes, Paul Rudd kicked ass in that movie.
I know, and I've heard nothing but good things. So I will check it out. It's on my list of things to watch.
Now that I've seen it, I was torn between watching that and Eternals. And I would have been pissed if I had picked Eternals over that movie.
Eternals was not bad.
No, but
Eternals was not bad. People are hating on Eternals a lot, and they need to not. It was solid.
I wasn't hating. I was just saying I had a choice between 2 movies: Ghostbusters, Eternals. I chose Ghostbusters.
Well, and the thing is, Eternals is going to be on streaming on December 21st.
Oh, perfect! I'll watch it then.
That's when it comes to Disney Plus.
That's when I'll watch it.
I already know that I'm getting Spider-Man. I'm getting my Spider-Man tickets for me and Lana to go see it because that's going to be part of her birthday gift. I want to go see that day of. Exactly. It's Spider-Man's. Well, I was supposed to have a t-shirt on, but it was bloody cold outside. So this is the t-shirt that I had on. It was my Funko Pop Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant.
Yeah. I can't wear a Funko t-shirt.
But
there are a few S's too small for me.
Hey, I finally got down to 225. Thank the gods. So large is
nice,
back, fit back in the large just fine.
And that's a great
dude,
accomplishment.
I was 260. Yeah, dude, 40 was it was 268 to the 225. That's 43 pounds I dropped since February. And I am keeping it off. So large and extra large are back in the normal. I don't have to pay extra to get double extra large anymore. So Lord help me. Thank you. Screw you guys, not you guys. Screw companies that are charging $5 extra for double extra large.
T-Public. Love your shirts, but
T-Public, Hot Topic, WWE, Shop AEW, Pro Wrestling Tees. I love you, Pro Wrestling Tees and Shop AEW. Don't do me dirt like that. Come on now.
Yeah.
I was, because we're a big dude.
I'm supposed to be getting dirt.
We love you. Just because we got a little bit more.
There's a certain present that's supposed to be coming in for me from a friend of mine that I'm waiting to get. That came from Shop AEW. Can't wait.
Okay, so.
Oh
man. What was I gonna?
I don't know.
I apologize.
I am going to do a pre-collection flex right now. Take advantage of the, how do I want to say, the unscripted second part of the stream. I was on the Booze and Buddies stream on Friday, like I normally do, or I do a lot. And one of the collectors that I've started following heavily, Evil Ghosty was on, and he had a 1-of-1 customized resin figure that I was able to win in the stream that
nice.
I will be able to show off once I get home from vacation. But yeah, I was really excited about that because I've started following him. I've talked to him. I've met him in person at the last Patches and Pins show in Manhattan. I've talked to him on through Instagram more and more now. But and I showed you guys the AP keychain that he sent me, right?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah. But I've got all of his evil ghosty pins. I've got like a board I'm started. I know I showed you guys that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one of one that he did, I was super excited to get that one.
Oh yeah, well, I bought like 4 magnets for my fridge. I mean, I was pissed at Buc-ee's because I went in there because I wanted a plush beaver. I'm like, I want to get one. They didn't have any. I had to buy a magnet. Then I went up to Pigeon Forge and I got a magnet for just Pigeon Forge, and I got one from each of the theaters I went to. So just a little low key stuff, but there's a cool toy store in the island that I went into. The Kryptonite Toys or something like that.
Mm.
They had pops and they had the NECA turtles, but it was the Turtles in Time. They had the Leatherhead. I'm like, I want this so bad, but they were charging a little bit more than I was willing to pay for it. But that Funko Leatherhead needs to be a soda. Thank you, Nadia. It was kind of blah, but it had it. We already rehashed this 3 times already. It had its moments. I stole the egg. I actually had the egg this morning on the way to work. I made it into a sausage, egg, and cheese on a roll with some salt, pepper, ketchup, and I had a Mango Madness Snapple with it. That is my New York City order, down to a T.
Salt, pepper, ketchup. Yep.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, Snapple. For me, it's either Snapple, Apple, or Mango Madness.
For you that don't know that yeah, egg and cheese on a roll, salt, pepper, ketchup is a city standard.
It does salt.
I'm here. Sorry, still think I'm not here.
It does water dog. Then it does pretzel on the. It's not a hot dog inside of a restaurant. It's the one you get outside, right next to the charcoal flamed pretzels that just taste amazing because you can just taste the charcoal on them.
And I laugh because I know how
sorry about
that is.
Damn, I'm missing SmackDown 2 once in heart. I mean, Joseph Grohl. I'm gonna be missing the day 1 pay-per-view in Atlanta just because I refuse to go. It's freaking New Year's Day. I'm not going anywhere near fucking Atlanta. We can't get the Rumble. We can't get freaking WrestleMania. Can't get Survivor Series. We can't get Money in the Bank. We get day 1. And it's just a freaking countdown to the first day of bullcrap in 2022.
Excuse me, Bob. You're wrong. 2015, Atlanta did get Survivor Series because I was there, and I have that on my Facebook.
I must have missed that. Oh, that's
2015
right. Yeah,
was the day that the Wyatt family versus The Undertaker and Kane.
I remember now. I was married at that point. I couldn't do anything fun. Thanks for reminding me about that. Because in 2011 I went to Mania.
Sorry.
And no, it's fine. Because in 2011 I went to Mania, and I was dating the ex at the time. She's like, "Why are you going to that?" I'm like, "Cause I'm fucking going. Fucking WrestleMania. Why the fuck do you want to go to Target?" So yeah, I remember I missed that. I will never make that mistake again.
I swear to God, I have said this so many times. I lucked out so much when I met Liz and we started dating.
You did. I'm not gonna lie.
You did.
She's
She's
the wrestling fan of our relationship, but I mean, she's as much into all the other geek stuff or accepts how I deep dive certain aspects of it. But I mean, like X-Men, she's way bigger X-Men fan than I am. I mean, when I used to take her to the movies when they come out opening weekend, she'd come out, she'd be yelling, screaming, "They didn't do this right. They didn't do that right. They messed up this story arc." I'm like, it's a movie. But still.
No. I would totally agree because people I've brought back here and have seen my place, they're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, if you can't deal with it, get the hell out. I don't care no more. This is all part of me.
I like how the wife tolerates it. The wife tolerates it, and she actually got mad the other day when I made a comment in the Joy R Live last week, and I was like, "Oh, she's sort of into pop culture," and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, after I thought about it, I was like, you know what? You are into pop culture. Like, you are into this stuff. You just are not like me, and I like that you're not like me, because if you were, we wouldn't work.
Both be broke.
Because exactly." I said, you have to be the responsible one and like the pop culture stuff, and I want to be the irresponsible one that's gotten better. But I think that the fact that she balances it for me is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And it took time. Because believe you me, I had a lot of bad before I got the good.
Yeah. I mean, I've dealt with the bad. Now I'm just dealing with I want to travel more. So
you guys were there through some of the bad with me, so
yeah. This whole trip has been eye opening for me. I want to do more like short trips, like distance wise. So I wouldn't mind going to like fuck Alabama. Well, I wouldn't mind going to like the Panhandle in Florida. I wouldn't mind going to South Carolina. I wouldn't mind going to parts of North Carolina. Just not Asheville. Well, I said not Asheville.
Well, that's where JC's.
Exactly.
Well, at least you come by me.
JC.
You come by me.
Well, I mean, it's
we love you, JC. Like, you come by me.
Well, it's funny because when I was in Pigeon Forge, all I kept seeing were like you try to like Google map stuff. It's like 20 miles. Like was it Sylvia, North Carolina, or whatever? Because the casinos weren't that far. There's some casinos in North Carolina that weren't far from where I was at. I'm like, I can go gamble for a little bit. I'd be walking back to Georgia after I lose my car, but no, I mean, but like being up there, it's like I didn't realize how far like Knoxville was from there. It's like 30 miles. I was gonna go to what was I gonna do to Tall Man Toys, and I thought about doing it. Then I'm like, you know what? I was on the way home, but it was so cold that day on Saturday when I was getting ready to leave. I'm like, I'm just going home. What's going on, Luau? But yeah, hey, I mean, but
hey, Joseph.
But yeah, it's just like travel is something I've always wanted to do. When I was with the ex-wife, it was always Disney, which I didn't complain about. It was going to Disney World. But now that I'm solo, I enjoyed going up to Tennessee for a couple of days. You had that same kind of like buzz going up and down the road as you did in parts of Orlando, and it looked like Orlando to me. You had all the like miniature golf courses. You replace like the Starbuckses with moonshine places and wine. You had pancake places up and down. You had some cool dinner shows, which I'm definitely doing next time. I've already told myself that I'm gonna book, that I'm gonna plan out when I'm gonna go far enough in advance to where I can book the different dinner shows and pay for them up front.
Nice.
So I will do the Hatfield McCoys. I will do Dixie Stampede. I will do the Pirates one, and then probably do a couple of the shows again. If you like country music, which is weird for a northern guy, city boy from New York, like country music, you're gonna be in heaven. Because the Country Tonight Theater, the show I went to on Wednesday night, was fun, even though I was the youngest person in the whole friggin' place by at least 15, 20 years. And I'm 40 now. I was 39 when I went. I was basically 40. My mother was in labor with me at that point. I just slipped out the next day, but it was fun. I mean, they did their country stuff for the first hour. The second hour was all their Christmas stuff. But if you're very patriotic and very very religious, you're gonna enjoy that show because they did a whole little thing for the first responders and all the they actually did all the essential workers, not just like cops and firemen and military. They did dudes working in the grocery store, driving a truck. So I
Truck
appreciated that.
drivers. I mean, I'll say this. I mean, working customs like I do and logistics support. I mean, truck drivers
Yeah,
are the hidden heroes. I mean,
yes, we are.
especially during the pandemic
Oh,
because
yeah,
they kept your stores. I mean, you want to talk about shortages? If you didn't have the truck drivers, you wouldn't have had anything.
Nope.
But
I'm going to a casino December.
and it was funny because I was thinking about this the other day about our group and our discussions and stuff. But it was funny. I was thinking about it because we all got to know each other mainly because we were at the time collecting pops.
Yeah.
And it's funny how, I mean, I'm probably the only one that still has a little bit of that. I still collect a couple, a couple lines.
I
But
mean, I buy, but I'm very selective with what I'm buying now.
yeah, and I am too. But I mean, it's just I was thinking about it how funny and it was how we've like where we've split off
Yeah.
individually from that and from how we got started and how our initial friendships had started.
But I mean, we all came onto the scene at about the same time, and it's kind of weird. The people that have been together, that have been in this community for 2, 3, 4 years, we've all kind of evolved our collection. So people who are just starting out now will also start to evolve their collections. So you start out at Funko. Everyone started off with pops and Dorbs and whatever, but most of us evolved to Legends, Black Series, Elites. the AEW figures,
Lego.
But we've all evolved, or we've just backed off, and we're just done. But the collecting community is built around friendships. That's part of the reason why you're never going to see. Hang on. That's why you're never going to see just one big conglomeration of a community, because it's all based on friendships. Who's friends with who's known each other longer, things like that. But you're also still growing. The channels that are still hardcore doing it are growing because their friendships are building, and everything else. So I mean,
I think
it's
at the
fun
end of
to
the
see.
day, I agree with you.
I mean, for me, I came to the conclusion on my trip, and I made my last video recapping the trip, but also saying I'll probably not make another video after my swap video drops, because I want to travel, but I want to be in the moment. I don't want to have to, walk around, Cades Cove like this, looking at it through my camera. I can look at it through my eyes, take the picture, show you guys what I'm seeing, and that's that. So I'll always post on Instagram. I'll always post on Facebook, but not everything has to be a video for me. At least not anymore. I'd rather, I'll still buy my Zanini bots because I love the pins. I actually got my Zanini bots the other day. I never posted a picture of it because it's still sitting on my end table over there. But that's the thing, as me recognizing that, yes, I'm a great personality. I can go on someone's live and I can talk and I can make people laugh. But I'm noticed that in my videos, it doesn't come across. So why am I going to beat myself up over, spending money on a mystery box with the premise of showing it off to YouTube and only having 10 people watch? I can I can still buy the mystery box, get my joy from it, and take pictures and post them on Instagram.
Well, I mean, and you guys know this. I didn't want to go through all the content creation and stuff, which was why I, for the first 2.5, 3 years, I was never on a stream. It was only when you guys started talking, talking about getting back together and doing more pop culture stuff than showing off other aspects of the collection, talk some wrestling, talk some other, movies and shows, and like we and hit other aspects that and topics like Dre and I have done with different heritage months or artist spotlights. That I was like, okay, that I actually could get behind. And if I'm not having to do a video every week where, or if it's just like this, where we're shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And it's the friends basically just, talking. I was like, yeah, that I can do.
But I mean, and I thought about, like, do I consider this, what we're doing right now, different than what I was doing on my channel? And I do. This is just 3 right now, but 4 of us hanging out talking. Whether we talked about a formalized subject or we're just shooting the shit like we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the realest that you'll see any of us is on here. On a video where I'm trying to show you a pop, there's something missing, which is what doesn't come across. So I can either, keep throwing spaghetti on the wall hoping it's going to stick, or I can just enjoy the process of everything else. So that's what I've chosen to do,
And but I mean, and I totally get what you're saying, because yes, I mean, you are a funny guy, but you usually that comes across when you have somebody like Dre or I that
Yeah.
that's the helps be the catalyst to help bring it out.
Well,
In a
exactly.
video where you're just showing, hey, look at this pop
This
I
is my
just got.
pop. I
Yeah,
got
I
this.
mean, there's not the opportunity
No.
to really, I mean, you've got to be very extroverted to be able to try to put enough flair and or
Yeah.
stuff to make you know
Yeah, and for me,
the Vanna video
well, for me,
entertaining.
like watching most of the YouTubers that I watch that are individuals in this
Mhm.
community. I'll be honest, I can't watch a lot of solo people unless I like that person. I can't just I'm gonna watch so and so's video right now because most times it feels forced. It's like this is not the same person I see on a live. This is a watered down version, and it's because when you're doing video by yourself, you have no other real static, you know, items to bounce off of. It is boring. It's like trying to find something that won't spoil my swap video. Got that all around me right now. God damn it! All right, this is the empty box that I got. You see how it's empty because the item is behind me, but this is my empty box that I got from someone. It's kind of damaged only because I damaged it, but it's like that's boring. Come on. Some people are entertaining, whether they throw in extra clips like like I don't know, Bearded Pop Hunter. He's a solo guy, but his personality comes out with his clips and just the way he is. Can I do that? No. I mean, if I really worked at it, I probably could get there, but I don't want to. The fact of the matter is this is not work for me. This is easy to do. I'm talking to my friends, easy.
Yeah.
Talking on camera by myself, no, it's boring. So,
I think that's why I stopped doing videos. Besides going through my own depression, I think I went through something very similar where it was just like it became a chore. And I mean, have I invested into this? Yes, financially, I've invested. I bought a camera, I bought lenses, I bought, I was gifted a nice tripod by one of my best friends, and I've like invested time and effort. But then when I noticed that the payoff wasn't what I was expecting, and then the payoff needed to be, give free shit because people want you for your shit, not for what your content was, because I'm not a buxom brunette gamer with that's gonna have an OnlyFans.
all right, I'm feeling attacked right now.
Listen, I love you.
First of all, I'm not a brunette. I have brown hair. It's short.
Isn't that the definition of a brunette?
No.
Brown hair.
I'm a heterosexual male. I don't know what brunette means.
Brown hair.
All right. Well, I am a brunette.
I'm not a brunette.
That's
I have brown hair.
I can't
a rank either. But no, it's like
I'm a brunette. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like when.
But yeah, I mean, I started 3 years ago and I enjoyed it. I think part of the reason why I enjoyed it is because, I was doing it with the ex-wife, obviously. I had that person to kind of bounce off of and show a little bit more of my personality with. But, now that things have changed, my whole outlook on things have changed. I started YouTube as an escape from, the way my life was. Now my life is a little bit better. The travel bug bit me really freaking hard on the ass. But I mean, this community is great in that you can find your niche. I mean, I can always depend on, I can always go on someone's live and hang out. I don't have to keep perpetuating my videos that I'm not enjoying, but I can show support to other people. Yes, I have a laptop that I bought specifically for YouTube, but I can use it. It's a useful asset that I can have. I don't know. I just wish people would, just do what makes them happy. If you're happy, be happy. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I know Smitty's happy doing what he's doing. We're all happy. That's why we, that's why we are the way we are. I don't know. People have stuck it out, and I give them credit. I just, I know where, I'm, I know what I'm suited for. I'm suited to hang out in people's chats, make them laugh. Try and, if they're trying to be serious, I'm going to be the one that's going to try to make you just bust out laughing. That'll never change, I think a lot of...
For you guys that don't really know Bob, he is freaking hilarious. Like, I love him. Just so y'all that don't like it, whenever we get together, he's awesome.
I'm too self-contained to let it out on my own. I'm always good when I have someone I can kind of direct things with, not at. Just directing at would be like me just cutting down Dre for whatever, or me cutting down JC for whatever, or me cutting down anyone for whatever.
Cutting him right out of the stream like you just did. Yeah.
God, Dre, you got that Oklahoma Wi-Fi from JC, I guess.
Yeah, I got kicked by JC. You didn't realize. I said some Roman comment somewhere, and he just came over and kicked my internet.
Oh, God.
But
I swear to God, I'm not getting choked up over all this. I'm just choking. I don't know why. I'm not crying.
Well, don't choke. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, at the end of the day, folks, I do miss Papa Lucha a lot. I do miss Mistovids. I'm glad that they're doing things with their own lives that they're happy with.
Did you see his posts?
Which one?
Mistos.
No.
On Facebook, and he got married this past week.
How the hell did we not know that? See, I mean, that's kind of.
You give me his Facebook.
This right here is why, sometimes leaving somewhere. I don't want to say. I guess focusing on yourself is always a good thing. This can get kind of hectic and crazy. Sometimes if you take that step back, you may find something that you didn't realize was either right there or something you really want to do. So Misto, if you're watching this, congratulations. I mean, our little circle of friends has kind of dwindled over the years, but the fact that the three of us are still, in touch is a testament to our friendship, and our support for each other that goes beyond whether we post a video 3 days a week, 4 days a week, or have whatever. We're just friends. That's what we're here for, is to bust each other's balls, but also to if something cool happens, we're there to support each other.
And I think that's been one of the best things about this. I know for Bob, for when you were going through what you were going through, and when I was going through what I was going through, and even JC, when he had the car accident and everything else,
Yeah.
we've all shown nothing but love and support for each other. And that is a huge testament to we surpassed the collecting YouTube life. We are actually very much in each other's lives. Like you guys know my family. You guys know my kids. We talk every day. That is a huge thing that a lot of tight knit groups do. And I think that gets lost.
Wow.
I
just pulled up Facebook, and apparently a fan attacked Seth Rollins.
Go figure. But
I would have waited till Friday and just attacked Roman. Forget Seth.
Yeah. But he did. That was a hell of a match between him and Jeff Hardy, even though Jeff didn't do shit at the end of the day.
But yeah, I mean,
thank you.
The long story short, this thing that these 4-inch plastic figures have a lot more power and a lot more value than PPG or the Funko app. I have pops, but I also collect a lot of good friends because of this. And I think that's the one thing that's kind of lost in the community when you see YouTubers posting that, oh, I'm getting hate messages, and it's like there's really no room for that.
To open
I
that
see
shit.
it more. I mean, for me, I see it more with the Jassel test only because I'm in their group. You see the people with, and it's the same typical bullcrap. It's someone with a faceless, faceless YouTube account calling, trying to start crap for what? It's no fun. So, oh, I made fun of Chris. Oh, I made fun of Heather. It's like, okay, cool, dude. Own it. Hey, my name is Tom Thumb, and I made fun of the Jasselcast today.
But
at least own it. That way, when they find out, they can come to you and say, "Why are you being a moron?"
Yeah, but I mean, and we've gone over this kind of stuff. I mean, I've said it why I'm transitioning out of pops and into the custom toys is, I mean, honestly, the appreciation. So, like I was talking about Evil Ghosty earlier. When he tells me how much he appreciates my support, the fact that I've gone out and gotten, as soon as he uploads and makes a pin available, I'm buying it. What I bid on his one of one custom on Friday. He was like, dude, I can't believe you. That appreciation. I went to Red Guardian's, Chunder Deflate show. The before I came down here, like 3 weeks ago. The fact that I got to meet Red Guardian, Fetch for Donuts, and Skadoots, all of three who I've seen their stuff. I mean, this is the first. That was the Chunder piece that I got that I was bringing up last week.
Yeah.
In the bottom. That was the piece I got from that show. I mean, it's the first Fetch for Donuts piece I have in my collection. But, getting to see all of those pieces in person, getting to meet the different artists that I've seen on streams before. I mean, that was really cool.
And, and I mean, with me earlier this year, I went to South Carolina for Comic-Con, and I met a bunch of YouTubers that I've supported for a while, and that's Again, that's what I'm talking about. That's putting a face to someone. Meeting someone in person is a whole lot different. And I'm sure Dre can attest to him meeting JC. We talked online, we talked on here, but there's nothing better than just being in the same area, the same space as someone, just hanging out, talking. Whether it's going to dinner, going to lunch.
It was definitely surreal. I can't lie. It was definitely surreal to basically go like this, to be like, wow,
like
there's no longer a screen, like a phone or a laptop between you and me. It's like we're here. And it was so cool to see Jada and Jasmine, his mother-in-law. They got to meet the girls and Meredith. It was just such a great experience.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can't fake.
Nope. And with me, I met Cody from Popular Opinion. I met Sassy Cajun. I met Cisco and his wife. I've actually met them a couple times. And it's funny because Cisco's wife messaged me on Instagram while I was up in Tennessee. She said, drive back down through South Carolina. You can hang out here for the day. I would if I could, but I had to get home and take care of the dogs. But it's that kind of support that goes beyond just clicking like on a video, clicking like on a Instagram post. It's genuine friendships are born, and that's why, as much as I hate doing the video aspect of the community, I love the community itself. Is because I don't necessarily have to put out videos, post on Instagram just to have that friendship, and
and that's what I mean. Part of that is what I mean with meeting all those, I've talked to Fetch for Donuts on a stream before. I mean, Skadoots is on the Booze and Buddies streams on Fridays on Instagram all the time, and I've seen a ton of her posts. Her and I started out similar to you and I, shooting barbs back and forth.
Yeah.
Just for in a chat. Yeah.
Oh, of course, Dre's internet is down, so I guess whenever we get off here, we're just gonna. Yeah, I can't close the stream, so
Dre has to.
Yep. So you're gonna see it, just a big old black box whenever. But I mean, and it's weird because it's been. I'm pretty certain if I go back to Robert Braid's YouTube, it's been over 3 years since I started.
Oh yeah.
Because actually one of my first. Because it's funny, one of my first videos that I made was the day I interviewed for my job. And since Dre ain't here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that chronological. Well, not chronological history, but
no, I mean that's and I agree with you because I mean, and that's where, like I said, with me, a lot of the the appreciation you get when you're talking to these artists that you've been in their streams, you've bought their their artwork. I mean, even if it's for me, like a great example of that is Bun. I met him through a friend of mine, Yessie, and loved his stickers. I mean, and you've gotten some of his stickers.
Yeah,
I know I've sent you some of his stickers. I told Dre when he was going to the con and I knew Bun was going to be there, I told him, you have to check this guy out. When the next time I saw him at a convention and said, hey, he was like, hey, yeah, and I, he remembered Dre mentioning me and stuff. I mean, that kind of stuff just from, just casual meeting, because Bun's not in most of these chats and stuff or any of these streams. But I mean, the fact that he remembered me from a year before at New York Comic Con with as busy as he is at NYCC.
All right, let's see if I can find this. Sort by. And no.
But yeah, I mean, for like, and like you've said, I mean, I've as many pieces as I have in my Funko collection, and the fact that I'm moving out of it, I still wouldn't move away from a lot of the people I've gotten to know and now consider friends out of just the YouTube community.
Yeah, and
what's
wild is jumping on here onto my old channel.
Mm-hmm.
I still have videos that are getting views. Like my highest rated friggin' video, it's not much. It's 412 views. It's my live stream I did from Retro Toy Con, which is over 3 years ago, or just about 3 years ago. You know, I mean, it's weird to think how far I've come. You know,
but I mean, yeah, but I mean, and we were talking about you being able to have somebody as a catalyst.
Yeah,
your live streams is where you got me.
Yeah,
because I was able to interact with you real time.
And honestly, you know that I think what killed my spirit a little bit was not being able to go live. When YouTube made that stupid rule where you had to have the 1K subscribers and the 850 million hours and the 1,300 Patreons and the 13 OnlyFans members to go live, because I remember going live. We would go live just driving around in the fucking neighborhood just to shoot the shit. You know, I went live in Disney. I went live at I was on Facebook. I did that live. But those were the fun days. Is just doing a live. But now, the reason why I don't do lives is because, quite honestly, we do this once a week. I would love to get more people to watch us, but I don't care. I enjoy talking to you and Dre and sometimes JC. If it doesn't involve Roman Reigns or anything, I enjoy talking to him. But live streaming was more fun back in the day. When people would just shoot up anywhere. Well, and I don't say shoot up anywhere, but where like if I went live, you didn't know where I was going live. I had to pop up in the aquarium, which I've done lives at. I've done lives at the Disney. But now lives are just 2-3 hours, and not a lot gets accomplished because half the time you're saying hi to people in the chat, and the other half you're. So no, I don't want to do a live because I can't.
It's the Ghost of Dre.
Damn.
But
because I don't know when my internet's going to die again, I was going to say I was going to apologize in advance. So,
I mean, and we've been on here almost our normal 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you guys are all right, I mean, I'm all right with
wrapping it up. Have a great night. Oh, wait, no, you're right there. Never mind. You were in the chat.
Wait, you gotta say goodnight. We gotta say goodnight to him.
All right. So Nadia, Crimson Geek, Real Cynthia, Luau, Joseph Grohl, Dre's Geek Diary,
Night John Boy,
Nerd Dungeon, which is you.
Technically, it's us, which is kind of like we are Venom. I'm gonna treat it like the symbiote. We're the symbiote. We are Venom. Exactly.
I'm Venom.
Love it.
But
then I'll be Poison.
Go out and get your Ginger Snap Mountain Dew. It's pretty damn good. Hashtag not sponsored, but we should be. At least I should be. I don't know what the rest of these guys,
hashtag sponsor us. Hashtag sponsor us. We will drink your drink.
Oh, I will all day long. I do that.
I
anyway.
will say this. I really do. I love you guys. It's great to do this show on Mondays. Even if it's incomplete, you know.
No, it's perfectly complete because you're off and JC's doing what he's probably watching some Roman Reigns highlights and.
Hey, we bust JC's balls, but I give him all the credit. I know how hard it is. I mean, he's got it even harder than I had it. I mean, I worked 2 jobs and went to school full time when I was going to school. He's got a full-time job and a family and is going to school. So, I mean, we mess with him about missing its streams and stuff, but I give it I've told him that I give him all the credit in the world for being able to pull it off.
No, I will never fault someone for trying to improve themselves.
Yeah,
I mean, fault you for liking Roman Reigns, but that has nothing to do with your going to school and working.
Yeah,
that just has to do with the fact you like Roman Reigns. It's like being a Raiders fan. Oh wait, he's one of those too. And also being a fan of the Flash.
And
oh damn, this is a trifecta.
All right, I know. And on that note, folks, we're gonna say goodnight. I love you guys. Always fun. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving to you, our fans. JC, you were missed, sort of, kind of.
Save turkey, eat chicken.
Hashtag. Eat chicken. I'm eating ham this year, so
I'm eating frozen
I'll be talking
lasagna.
to my brothers later tonight. I invited you up to Charlotte.
I know you did. But I'm broke right now.
Come.
I know you did.
It sucks. Well,
I spent too much money on moonshine tastings.
I would have liked them. You should have gambled. Made some money. That way you could have came.
No, I don't know. He won and bought toys.
I don't know. He may have made the right decision, though.
Frozen
I can't fault him doing the moonshine tasting.
Moonshine tastings were fun.
See? All right, guys. I hope both you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and everybody that is in the chat and watches this, please.
Dre's Geek Diary, Nerd Dungeon.
Thanksgiving.
Have a great night.
I know. You guys be safe, man. Dre's Geek Diary. I know he's important. He definitely is somebody. But yeah, love you guys. Be good, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
All right.
Well, Sunday.
Peace and chicken grease,
gaming.
Y'all.
Are we gaming Sunday?
Oh, and I'll see you guys Sunday. We have our game, so we will see you Sunday. All right, y'all.
All right.